Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is 31 Days of Halloween. Day 7, Jack-o'-lantern magnet. So I've already done a cute jack-o'-lantern out of a baby food jar and polymer clay. So I wanted to do another jack-o'-lantern but make him a little more evil. So I was looking at a lot of pictures, and a lot of them, instead of lit up, they would have them be dark on the inside. They'd be drawing, so they'd have their eyes black and their mouths black. So I decided I would start with some black Primo Sculpey and get the basic shape down, and then I put my orange over it, so that when I have those openings, you would see the black. Now, I decided I would go ahead and do this one as a magnet, because I was doing a few different Halloween magnets, and I thought this would go well with it. Now, if you haven't seen my other Halloween videos, I did go ahead and create a playlist, since I was starting to get several of them now, so you can go back and watch them from the beginning, or when it's all over, you can just watch them all again. I'm okay with that. So I went ahead and rolled out my orange clay, and I wanted to just kind of have it not be too thick, but I want to lay it over the black. And like I said, I would do the face on it and carve those out. So I went ahead and stretched out a little bit more to make sure I had enough coverage, because I didn't want that black showing on the sides. And then I just marked a basic area of where I wanted the face to be. And then I went ahead and pulled it back off, and then I would start cutting out the eyes, the nose, and the openings for the mouth. So I did the mouth a little bit different. I wanted the teeth to be like solid all the way up and down. I was looking at some pumpkins, and I thought this kind of gave it a creepier look, kind of this, I don't know, just kind of more of an evil mouth with these teeth from top to bottom, or I don't know, just something being like its mouth is being stretched open. So I'm just using the X-Acto knife to cut out the areas in between the teeth, and I'll just go through and get it about the length I want it to be going across the face. It's a little tricky. It kind of pulls a little bit with the X-Acto knife, but you can kind of go back in with a ball tool or a needle tool and fix those. So once I have the face completely cut out, I'm going to go ahead and lay it back over the black clay. Then I'm going to bring it down around the edges to cover up that black clay. And then I will take my ball tool and kind of touch up the areas, get those eyes the shape I want. Go ahead and smooth that out around the sides, and then go in and open up those areas in between those teeth, just so I have the nice, evil, grinning jack-o'-lantern look I want. Now I'm going to use a toothbrush to add some texture, and then finish touching up any little details on the facial features. Now I want to take my toothbrush and finish touching that up, and take my needle tool and draw the indentions for the pumpkin. And I want to kind of, when you go off to the side, you want to round them out more. The front, they can just kind of go almost straight down, but on the sides, you want to keep them rounded, so to give that illusion of that pumpkin being more three-dimensional than it actually is. I mean, this does stick out some, but it's not as if I did a full sculpture. But with those curves, it kind of gives it that look. Now, the last thing I need to do is do the little stem. So I'm just going to roll out some more clay, cut it off there, do it a little indentation so it's kind of pushed down a little bit, and then I'm just going to take my needle tool and do some little indentions on that stem, just add a little texture, make it a little bit more interesting. Now it's time to bake our clay. Remember, always bake your clay according to package instructions. Now, since this is going to be a magnet, I will need to glue on the magnet. So I'm just using Loctite super glue gel. I put a little bit on there, and then I press it into the center of the back of the pumpkin. I'm going to hold it here for a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and just set it down and let it dry for a bit, and then we'll go back and take a look. And here is the finished jack-o'-lantern magnet. was really happy with how this little evil jack-o'-lantern turned out. Can take a look at the texture on the back. You can see how that magnet's on there. But get a little bit closer, get it to, come on, focus. See how that texture looks on there. And I think it just, adding textures to clay sculptures, I think definitely enhances them, adds more dimension, and makes them more interesting. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching today's video, and remember, never stop creating. Bye! If you'd like a piece of your Halloween artwork featured in my final 31 Days of Halloween video, please hashtag Andrew's 31 Days of Halloween 2019 on Instagram, or email it to me at andrewschmidtclaycreations@gmail.com. I will put this information down in the description box below so you don't have to copy it off of the screen. Deadline for submissions is October 26th, and one submission per artist.